there's a question here by Last Phoenix Star, and the question is, can you give any advice on how to learn to let go? And I thought this was really beautiful and very, very aligned because ultimately, this whole month is about letting go. Like literally the theme of December, all of the membership content is about letting go and clearing, which now that I think about it is like literally so fitting for what I'm experiencing this week. I feel like 2022 is going to be bad, you guys. I feel like it's going to be worse than 2020 and maybe 2021 combined. And when I mean that 2022 is going to be bad, I'm talking about a density, polarity, projection, corruption type of level. And the only way, like I really believe this, that the only way you're going to be able to navigate to make it through 2022 is to rise above polarity. Anything that you have a reaction to, anything that you have a fear about, anything that you have a resistance to is going to confront you. It's going to confront you. I didn't even realize that I still had a resistance to the system until this past week. And because of the experience that I've had this past week, I've been able to shed that layer of resistance. And that was painful, and it was sad, and I was in bed every single day, and I was crying a lot, which is not my usual MO. But that's what it takes to shed these resistance layers, these polarity layers. So what you can do to get prepared for 2022 is to make the statement that you're ready to shed any other layers of polarity that you're holding at a subconscious level. And I promise you that the second that you make that statement, that you're ready to shed those layers, shit's going to blow up with your family. Things are going to blow up with your finances. Things are going to collapse with your living situation. And hopefully not all of those at once, right? But whatever is associated with, whatever is layered into that fear, that resistance, that attachment, it's going to come up in your life. And as long as you're looking at all of the different layers, the 3D, the 4D, the 5D, as long as you're not reacting to the situation, which creates more karma, or playing the victim, which creates more karma, you can move through that. You can shed those layers. Where we want to be for 2022 is in the utmost neutral 0-point place. That's where we want to be. And it's so interesting. Like, I just want to mention something that, you know, I posted a photo of Phil Good and myself, and he's a really beautiful quantum being. And I got so much negativity on those posts. I didn't feel the need to delete any comments. I really honor other perspectives. I really do. But I thought it was so incredibly fascinating that his community came back. Not all of them, for sure. And of course, the ones who are the most polarized are the loudest always. But there was a lot of distaste for me from that community. And at first I'm like, wow, like, what am I doing to make these people resent me or feel like I'm a bad Illuminati puppet, pro-vax, whatever they think that I am? And then I instantly remember that in my own reality, I'm just coasting. I'm not torn on a day-to-day basis between reacting to the system, fighting pro-vaxxers, anti-vaxxers, pro-maskers, anti-maskers. I don't have any of this strife in my own life. And just because someone believes something about me, and that really makes them feel a certain way in their life, doesn't mean that that affects me. And because I know for a fact that I've gotten to a place of neutrality, of objective observation, of equanimity, I'm living easy, right? In my own reality. Of course, I'm doing the work, right? And I'm observing and whatever. But their reactions do not affect me in that way. And if anything, I have so much compassion for those people who are fighting it, who are torn every day, who are in a lower vibration, who are in the midst of polarity. I have compassion for them because I was there once too. And that's a lot of energy. That will lower your vibration. That is a tedious process to go through. So of course I check myself when I read a comment like that. But then I feel really damn good at the work that I've done to observe this crazy, chaotic reality. And the thing that I'm telling you right now is that it's going to get crazier. It's going to get more chaotic. It's going to get more polarizing. So you need to find neutrality within yourself. This is the only thing that's going to save you in 2022. Because who cares where the rest of the world is at? You are the only one living, breathing, feeling, existing into your reality. So you need to make sure that you're good. Really, truly. I mean, I know you love your families, but who cares where they're at? They've got to go through the process. They've got to go through the polarity. They've got to go through the extremes in order to come back into neutrality. That's what 5D is about. It's about neutrality. It's about equanimity. It's about objective observation. Every day I am more clear about my teaching strategy, which is not choosing a side. It's not a cop-out. It's not playing this game. It's rising above the game. And I want to give you the tools. I want to give you all the tools that you need to be a happy, free, abundant, clear starseed, a happy being moving forward. Then only you can do that for yourself. And the only thing that I can do is tell you how to get there, but you need to take those steps. So it's tough. It's tough to even be in a community, a spiritual community where there is such an extreme polarity. And it's funny, like even Ezra, who works for EA, for me, he was even like the other day, he's like, yeah, Elizabeth, he's like, I think half of your people think that you're pro-vax and half of your people think that you're anti-vax. And I laughed and I said, it's so funny how when you are living a polarized reality, you view everyone and everything around you as polarized. And you guys, I'm not pro or anti. I'm truly, purely not. And that's my stance. And not everyone's going to get it right now. And every once in a while, I'll get a comment on Instagram or whatever, and they'll be like, thank you so much. You're one of the only ones out there that has this neutral view, that has an open mind to all of the possibilities. And in that moment, I feel like I'm being seen. But right now, even within the spiritual communities, there's a lot of polarity. There's a lot of density, a lot of lower vibrations. But once again, I have compassion. I was there too. Once again, I would have been leading the charge. And I'm so grateful that I went through all of that resistance at an early age when I was studying global politics and economics. to be here now, to be away from that stage, to be liberated, to not have to feel like I have to devote every ounce of my existence to fight this system that's already being fought on so many levels. It is when we find the neutrality where we actually connect to pure source frequency. And in that moment of equanimity, of objective observation, nothing else about this polarized reality exists. Nothing else about this exists. Because it's all existing simultaneously. That's the truth. And I think it's really damn exciting that we can have that here on this physical plane. This is unheard of, unheard of. But also we're hybrid beings. We have so much DNA within us that is just dormant. And with this objective neutrality, with this 0 point frequency, we activate that DNA. We tap into all of that. We tap into our true power, right? So it's so fascinating. It is so, and I'm just grateful that I have the tools to navigate that density in my own life, and hold space for others who are still navigating, and that's okay. That is totally okay. Yeah. Awesome.